Previously during the investigation.
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen.
Zach, do you know the best way to find lost children? Posters. Put up posters to gather info. That's the most effective way. It works for pets as well as children, and always gets results. Offering a reward gets faster results.
Zach, we'll finish our chat later. Let's take a walk around here.
Zach, do you know the best way to find lost children? Posters. Put up posters to gather info. That's the most effective way. It works for pets as well as children, and always gets results. Offering a reward gets faster results. Our Bureau's favorite old trick.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
According to Lily, the twins should be with Kaysen. Perhaps we should try going to where she told us they might be.
Nice shot. Yes. Great. Amazing. Yes. Amazing. Amazing. Yes. Amazing.
Nice shot. Great. Nice shot. Yes. Nice shot. Amazing. Nice shot.
Previously during the investigation.
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen.
Thomas.
Zach, do you know the best way to find lost children? Posters. Put up posters to gather info. That's the most effective way. It works for pets as well as children, and always gets results. Offering a reward gets faster results. Our Bureau's favorite old trick.
Agent York, I found Isaac and Isaiah. They're over there. Let's go.
Hello again, Isaac and Isaiah. I hear you're teaching Willie to do tricks. What's your secret?
It's easy.
Really simple.
If he does it right, we give him a treat.
A cookie if he does it right.
I see. Very clever. So, tell me, you two. Could you perhaps tell me your other special secret with Becky?
No, we can't. It won't be a secret if we tell.
I'm not telling. We promised Becky.
Now that's a problem. Because I also made a promise to Becky. A promise to catch the bad man who hurt her. But I can't keep my promise if I don't know what the secret is. Do you see?
She told us to give Diane a box. It wasn't that heavy.
We took it to the art gallery and gave it to Diane.
Is that all Becky gave you?
Just when we were leaving to take the box to Diane, Becky called us back. She handed us something. It was small and round. She told us to keep it safe in our pocket and give it to Diane.
And then you met Carol on your way?
Yep. I took the round thing out of my pocket and we looked at it.
And then she talked to us.
We told her that we were on an errand for Becky. She said she'd do it for us.
But we told her no, because Becky asked us, not her. We promised Becky to do it ourselves.
So Becky did entrust the locket to them. And now Carol has it. Right, Kaysen?
Huh?
You were in the room when Carol took the locket back from Diane. I saw you with Diane in the art gallery that day.
Well, yeah, I was there in the room, but I was only chatting with Diane. Oh, then Carol burst in, all angry looking. While Carol and Diane had their talk, I just sat there like a frog. Yeah, so Carol took the locket from Diane, but that has nothing to do with me, right?
Yes, I believe so. But from this instant, you are now a key witness in this case. I'm afraid you can't leave town until you hear from me.
What? Can you do that? This is all starting to sound a little like Alice in Wonderland.
Which makes you Humpty Dumpty.
Huh?
Isaac and Isaiah, thank you. I think I'll be able to keep my promise with Becky thanks to you two.
How is Becky?
Is she getting better?
She'll come and help out at our store again, won't she?
She'll come and play with us again, won't she?
Boys, about Becky.
That's right. Becky is almost totally better now. But I don't think she'll be able to come and see you. I was told by Becky to keep this a secret. But she's actually a goddess of the forest, just like Anna. I think she's gonna be in the forest with Anna for a while.
Cool. We'll keep this a secret then, too.
Wow, that's why Anna and Becky are such good friends.
Okay, Willie.
You're happy too, aren't you?
Zach, I hope Emily doesn't end up as a forest goddess, too. Okay then, Zach. Let's go over what we found out recently about the case.
First, Diane, the owner of the art gallery. She was out drinking with Nick Cormack in a bar on the night Anna died. Nick confirmed this, and so she has an alibi. But then we have what Nick's wife Olivia told us.
According to Olivia, Nick and Diane not only went to the bar, but also went somewhere else that night. Do you remember where that was, Zach?
That's right, the art gallery. Before entering the gallery, Diane looked back towards Olivia, almost as though she saw Olivia in the dark. Nick's behavior has also become more suspicious by the day. If Olivia is correct, then he is heavily involved in this case. But we have no conclusive evidence of that at the moment. The only thing we can say for sure is that Nick's whereabouts are unknown at the time of Becky's murder. He has no alibi for the crime, but that fact alone means nothing. So who was it that called Thomas to report trouble at Becky's place? That's right. It was Quint, Becky's boyfriend. He went to her house and saw the tragedy. Now, about Becky's murder. I'm embarrassed and mortified. Killer struck again while we were on the case. We found her bitten off tongue, a massive amount of red seeds that poured out with the blood, and an inverted peace symbol like the one seen at the site of Anna's murder. From the similarities, one can deduce that Anna's killer killed Becky.
We also found one other important piece of evidence in Becky's room. Can you remember what that was, Zach?
That's right. We found a sketchbook in Becky's room. She had apparently written a letter to her sister Diane. It revealed that Becky took a locket from Anna's body at the crime scene. She also admitted to borrowing a pair of Diane's stiletto heel shoes. So Miss Stiletto Heels was Becky.
There was something else at the end of the letter. It said that she handed the locket and stiletto heel shoes to someone. Do you remember who, Zach? That's right, Zach. And from what Isaac and Isaiah told us,
Carol offered to take the items to Diane, but the twins refused. They gave them to Diane themselves, as they had promised. For some reason, Carol wanted the locket. She ended up storming into the gallery to take it from Diane. And when Carol took the locket from Diane, Kaysen just happened to be there. Is Kaysen involved in this? Or was he just there by coincidence? I wonder what's so special about the locket, too. Why did Carol want it so badly? The questions are mounting. Come to think of it, Quint, the first witness, has no alibi for Becky's death. We checked the phone records, and his call definitely came from her house. Is it possible he attacked Becky and then called us from the scene?
but everyone is suspicious one way or another. What should we do next, Zach?
Okay, who's the most suspicious? That's right. Becky's sister and Carol's enemy, linked to both Nick and Kaysen, the elegant owner of the art gallery.
Zach, that's our next move. We'll start with Diane.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
That's right. There's just too many things that we don't know. First, we need more intel about the relationship between Nick and Diane.
How?
Nick and Diane meet every night at the bar. Let's use that. George, we'll need you to stake out the gallery.
What do you mean?
Wait in the parking lot of the art gallery and tail Diane when she leaves. If she goes anywhere other than the bar, you let me know. Emily, you take the diner. Wait for Nick and tail him to the bar too. As with George, if he goes anywhere else, then you let me know.
Okay.
Thomas, you keep a watch on them inside the bar.
Yes, I will.
I'll be waiting in the parking lot of the bar. Once Nick and Diane are together, I will follow them wherever they go. What time do they usually show up, Thomas?
Around the same time, usually between 22 and 2300.
Then at that time we do it, boys and girls.
Zach, we need to be at Carol's bar at 2200. Looks like we have some time to kill.
We can go to the diner and see how Nick and Olivia are doing.
Zach, is there something here? So, Zach, this case turned into a multiple homicide.
What kind of motives turn a criminal into a serial killer? Is it hedonistic? Ritualistic? Copycat crime? Sex-related? Cannibalistic? From the Bureau's statistics, these are just words, phrases that the media uses to scare citizens. The spotlight falls on a mere 1% of all cases. Only the weird ones.
You understand all this, right, Zach? No matter how bizarre a crime may appear to be, at the root, there is always rage and personal interest. Right, Zach?
Most people simply don't kill for pleasure. But that kind of common sense never applies to our investigations. Maybe we're lucky. Or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. We end up working on those cases in that 1%.
Do you remember, Zach, the first case we handled just after becoming a special agent?
Now let's talk about this another time. I don't feel like it right now.
Yes?
Multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois. All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch, ripped right open. During the autopsy, a second stomach was found inside the first victim's body. Of course, she didn't naturally grow a second stomach. One of the stomachs belonged to someone else. As more victims piled up, there was one with 2 hearts, one with 2 livers, 4 lungs. Different organs each time.
Of course, those extra organs... Zach, we'll finish our chat later. Let's take a walk around here.
Hey, Sigourney.
I'm glad you're here. My pot, it's getting cold. Please, let's get going.
Okay, but just give me a minute. When do you think I'll be friendly enough with the pot?
This is the last time. So go! Hurry! What'll you do if my pot goes cold?
Did you hear that, Zach? This is the last time. The mystery of the pot shall soon be answered.
My house is over by the lake. 3. This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Oh, thanks to you, my pot is still warm.
We made it somehow. Do you think the pot will open up to me a little?
Ask the pot yourself.
I will. Hey there. Will you tell me what you have inside?
Well, did you hear it?
I did.
What did the pot say?
I heard it say, "Take my lid off." Are you sure?
Of course. This conversation is between you and the pot, after all. Go ahead. Oh, you're reminding me of my graduation.
Sigourney.
Huh?
I'm not going to open it. Mysteries are intriguing because of the mystery. I want to keep this one an eternal mystery.
Are you sure?
Yes. I've made up my mind.
Then you have truly come to the truth. I knew you were a fine student. But you must never tell anyone else what you have learned here today.
Zach, picking up from where we left off.
Do you remember? How many years ago was it now? That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois. All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch. Ripped right open. During the autopsy, a second stomach was found inside the first victim's body. Of course, she didn't naturally grow a second stomach. One of the stomachs belonged to someone else. As more victims piled up, there was one with 2 hearts, one with 2 livers, 4 lungs. Different organs each time.
Of course, those extra organs didn't do the girls much good, right, Zach?
And they say too much.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
We need to be at Carol's bar at 2200. We're free until then.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Zach, picking up from where we left off.
Do you remember? How many years ago was it now? That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois. All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch. Ripped right open. During the autopsy, a second stomach was found inside the first victim's body. Of course, she didn't naturally grow a second stomach. One of the stomachs belonged to someone else. As more victims piled up, there was one with 2 hearts, one with 2 livers, 4 lungs. Different organs each time.
Of course, those extra organs didn't do the girls much good, right, Zach?
And they say too much is never enough. In the end, we arrested a professor at the med school. They found the body of his daughter, dead, and the missing organs at his house. Do you remember what he said when we took him in? I was ordered to restore those deformed bodies back to normal. And remember who he said ordered him? An alien. Well, of course we couldn't arrest an alien, so we arrested the professor instead. Serial killers can't be caught by logic and common sense. I learned this the hard way. That first case taught me that. Since then, these cases just keep getting more and more complicated. It's a tough job. I thought getting experience while I was young would make the job easier.
Hey, bro! Hey, bro!
There was another really bad one around this time of year. 3 years ago. Remember, Zach?
Yes, that's right. That one. Multiple homicide, same MO, across Utah, Colorado, and Missouri. The victims were all average married housewives. But after being run over so many times by a car, they didn't look human. 5 victims in 2 months in the 3 states. The way he killed them was always the same. But aside from that, there was nothing that linked the victims together. Well, they were all married. But age, race, nothing else matched up. Tire marks and fragments of paint ID'd the car that was used. That's where things got really tricky. The perpetrator used a 1993 model Cadillac Elante as a weapon. It was registered in the name of one Senator... No, I don't feel like talking about this anymore. That senator's basement. I wish I could forget what I saw there.
Hmm?
That Willie is one smart pooch, isn't he?
He certainly is. And speaking of smart, those twins are pretty bright too. Birds of a feather play together.
Willie? Oh, you mean Kaysen's dog? Well, a smart dog is still a dog. A human is obviously a lot smarter.
You really think so, George? I can think of a few police dogs that do a better job than their coworkers.
You're right. And dogs have no ambitions nor prejudices either.
Well said, Emily. They can be just as smart or smarter than humans at times.
Can we stop talking about dogs now? Some of us are trying to eat.
George, let me guess. You're scared of dogs?
Oh, well, you see...
Not another word, Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Nothing to be ashamed about, George. We all have our weaknesses.
Like me. I can't stand spiders myself. Just looking at one makes me cringe. Those movies with them scare me too.
Like Spider-Man?
No, I was talking about, arachnophobia.
No need to get all defensive now, is there, Zach? I thought both of them were pretty good, actually. Zach, is there...
focus on the case at hand. The murders with the red seeds. Officially, the Bureau has not made a statement about these seeds. Some even claim that they are irrelevant to the killings, but after the red seeds were found in a Boston homicide, I've been unable to get them out of my head. I've even gone through all of the files looking for similar cases, and we found 7 other homicides related to the seeds. The victims were all young girls, and they were killed in 8 different states. They arrested all 7 murderers, but there was no connection between them. However, we must not overlook there was one thing linking the cases together, and that's the red seeds.
And I have a hunch this case here in Greenvale is going to lead us to the truth about those seeds. Don't you think so, Zach?
Well, let's just do what we can do and do our best.
Oh, Zach, we're here. Let's continue our chat later. Zach, looks like we still have some time to kill. Let's pass the time elsewhere. Picking up from where we left off,
let's focus on the case at hand. The murders with the red seeds. Officially, the Bureau has not made a statement about these seeds. Some even claim that they are irrelevant to the killings, but after the red seeds were found in a Boston homicide, I've been unable to get them out of my head. I've even gone through all of the files looking for similar cases, and we found 7 other homicides related to the seeds. The victims were all young girls, and they were killed in 8 different states. They arrested all 7 murderers, but there was no connection between them. However, we must not overlook there was one thing linking the cases together, and that's the red seeds.
And I have a hunch this case here in Greenvale is going to lead us to the truth about those seeds. Don't you think so, Zach?
Well, let's just do what we can do and do our best. And by doing our best, I'm sure we'll get to where we need to go.
Nick's still in the bar.
Just as we planned, then. I wonder what happens next.
Agent York, you're really enjoying this, aren't you? I have to admit, I envy that.
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar. What about Diane?
She isn't here tonight.
Emily, check that with George.
George, can you hear me? Nick's leaving the bar. But what's happening with Diane?
No movement. Tell me what to do here.
Stay put, George. I'm thinking Nick will head to the gallery. Let's meet up there.
10-4. Copy that.
Agent York, it's Nick.
you waiting. Let's go. Okay. Time to play with the big boys, Nick.
halos by now if I was driving.
I think someone's putting a curse on all the cars I drive recently.
Agent York, Nick's getting away.
Don't worry, time to get serious. Hold on, you two, this might get bumpy. Is Nick here? George.
No, he hasn't showed up here.
What about Diane? Any movement?
No action here at all. Did something happen?
Yes, a little. But George, something's different about you. Are you okay?
Actually, I had a little drink while I was waiting. This is my first murder case, after all. I'm on edge, and I needed one. It was only a little, though. I'm still in control.
Zach, Nick and Diane are probably both inside.
George, you're sure you didn't see Nick?
Positive. I haven't taken my eyes from the entrance all night.
Not that I don't trust you, George. But I'm positive Nick is here. Is there another entrance?
Not that I know of.
Well, I'll go look for one. Help me out if you can, would you?
Great. Yes. Amazing. Yes. Nice shot. Amazing. Bullseye. Great. Yes. Great. Nice shot. Nice shot. Bullseye. Amazing. Yes. Yes. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. Bullseye. Yes. Bullseye. Yes. Nice shot. Amazing. Amazing. Great. Bullseye. Yes. Great. Yes. Great. Bullseye. Amazing. Bullseye.
Emily, I want you guys to...
Wait out here, I know. I'm not gonna fight you about this anymore. But promise me this. If there's trouble, then you'll call us in, okay? You might not think so, but we're a team.
Team.
That's what I think, at least, and I'm interested in you and Zach. I don't want anything to happen to you before I hear more about you two.
Zach, did you hear that? She wants to know more about you. Isn't that a nice surprise? Amazing. Great. Bullseye.
Huh? This is the entrance hall.
What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Too much noise. We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle. Nice shot. Yes. Great. Yes. Bullseye.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Amazing. Bullseye.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Nice shot. Amazing. Yes, amazing. Nice shot. Yes. Nice shot. Amazing. Bullseye. Nice shot. Great. Amazing. Amazing. Great. 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 Bullseye. Amazing. Bullseye. Nice shot. Bullseye. Bullseye.
you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined.